The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. From way up at the 23 and out a little across the 25 to the 27. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Harris. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Watch the screen. Mike 42. Mike 42. Check.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
36.
On 1st down, trailer, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! That's caught. J.K. Dobbins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From way up at the 23. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Off play action. Harris. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. To throw is Harris on first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. On second down, here's Mixon. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they should.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. .6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's taken down inside the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Harris. Open man is Chase, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out. Hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's J.K. Scott now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Now Harris on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the bootleg, Harris. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. They'll run on 1st down. Trailer, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football. Just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there. Ends up getting spilled for a loss.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the 1st half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From way up at the 23. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a 1st half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Harris. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From way up at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
1st and 10 here. If they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Harris escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Back to throw. Harris.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Harris. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 2nd and very short, Jackson.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this one is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
It's a gain of 18. And of Baltimore, 1st down.
He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. 7 yards the pick up there. Working with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
59. Who that? Mike, check. 59.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end.
We talk about mobility in quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Again, Jackson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Trailer. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Jackson now. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Mike, check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Slow.
On 3rd down, trailer. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Harris. Looking left side. That's caught by Landry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Harris to throw on third down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Second and 11. at the 32-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got you, 45. Single receiver.
Back to throw. Harris. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Harris. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. On 1st down, Trailer. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Play action. Now Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
They go play action with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. To throw again is Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Second and goal from inside the 5. He'll try again. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From way up at the 23. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Second down, Mixon, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Harris now throwing on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. That's that's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field here as they're going to go for two. Jackson here is going to look to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's Harris on first down. Dumps it off to Mixon. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. They'll look to throw again. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. this. 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
They run the counter. Trailer. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign.